Shabbat shalom, family. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, family.
A lot of people got the Messiah, the Master coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that he does judge and make good, judge and make good. All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage, y'all ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine, yeah, y'all love sin. And these practices ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites, y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom. And that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. Come to find out, it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God and these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, yeah. Keeping his commandments, you gon' perish when he come back with his army and the sword. Judgment has been handed down to him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. Right. You've been worshiping in vain, though, cause you don't really know him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, he gon' tell you he don't know you either. And to the lake of fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talk a takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle, he gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies laying everywhere. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, and they used to playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God and these scriptures. And you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of fierceness and of wrath of God Almighty.
All praise to the Most High, the Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shabbat shalom, family.
Shalom, family.
We're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to open up with a song. We're going to open up. You get it, brother? Go ahead.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. And he should be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly should not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Once again, happy Sabbath, family. Our praise to the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're going to, in part 2 of the lesson we did last night, the Testament of Job. We just going to recap on part 1 we looked at last night. We looked at Job when the angel came to him and told him about, he was inquiring about this idol shrine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to tear this idol shrine, but he had to get permission from the Most High to do it.
Yeah.
And the angel told him, he said, listen, if you go and tear down this pagan or this idol shrine that Satan, the devil, that's his temple.
Yeah.
So when you think about all the temples or all the so-called religious facilities or education is out here, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or religion centers, all of these things belong to Satan, the devil, because he would let them know. A lot of people didn't know. See, he asked the question, man, how would I know
Yeah.
if this is the Most High?
Mm-hmm.
And he let them know, man, these folk serve the devil.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do with what they doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
So he went about to tear the temple down, but the angel told him that if you come up against Satan's kingdom and his temples,
Head's gonna roll.
he gonna come after you.
Same way today.
That's right. We looked at how Satan attacked his children, which is outlined in the King James Version. Job chapter 1. We also looked at how he afflicted Job with his sickness and illness. And then we're going to look at, he checked his, attacked all his belongings, his flock,
Yeah.
his houses, everything he owned.
Did everything to kill him.
Took away the children.
Yeah.
Afflicted soul. Job was sore boils. Now he on his wife.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start this off in the pseudepigrapha, and then we're gonna hit a little KJV. So let me go ahead and share the screen. A lot of people don't know what the pseudepigrapha is. We'll get into. Hope I can get with Brother Terrence and you know, all the brothers get together and we'll break this thing down and show you how long the pseudepigrapha been around.
People they'll be shocked.
They'll be shocked. The Septuagint and all of those books before the 1611 was published. It's basically a translation just from Greek all the way down to the language we speak, right? Because he said with a stammer lip and another tongue, this thing been translated in all different other parts of the world.
Yeah.
And people use it. So we just getting a breakdown, going through the testament of Job. Now, this is just a testament, like I said last night. Jacob gathered all his children around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And started breaking things down to them, all the stuff that happened to them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how they should keep and serve the God of Israel, no other gods and everything else. So Job is doing the same thing with his children.
Yeah.
Also in this pseudepigrapha, you go through the 12 patriarchs, right? They did the same thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick this up where we stopped off last night. We dealing with Job's wife and her speech. So we're going to go ahead and begin at chapter 24. And then we're going to work our way down. We're going to be in the pseudepigrapha. Then we're going to go back to the King James Version and see if everything lining up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is when somebody tell a story or something, you always got to have some proof somewhere else, right? So we're going to check it
one
out.
story.
Mm-hmm. So pick it up at 24, chapter 24, verse 1. What did it say?
At once my wife drew near, crying out with tears. She said to me,
hold on for a minute. Let me get a check right quick.
okay.
I'm gonna do something right quick. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure everything is on it.
Okay.
And let me zoom in just a little bit.
I'm gonna read this case when you get ready to stop. I can just highlight it. You know, that way I won't lose my place.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm zoomed in real good. Okay, we good. Now go ahead and start, bro.
Pick it up from the top.
Yes, sir.
At once my wife drew near, crying out with tears. She said to me, Job, Job, how long will you sit on the dung heap outside the city thinking? Only a little longer and awaiting the hope of your salvation.
Uh-oh. Now this right here, the event we reading right here, this is when Job's wife had enough of him. Now we could read about this over in Job chapter 2. And when she was questioning him about his integrity, but go ahead and read.
All right. But you
Mhm.
notice, I know we got a lot to read.
Mhm.
But I noticed she said your salvation.
That's right. That's a good point. Good way.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Read that again and read it like you said. Read it slow, man.
Yeah, and awaiting the hope of your salvation.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I am a vagabond and a maidservant going around from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
Your memorial has been wiped away from the earth. My sons and the daughters of my womb, for whom I toiled with hardship in vain.
Go ahead.
And where you sit in worm infested rottenness, passing the night in the open air.
Go ahead.
And I, for my part, am a wrench, immersed in labor by day and in pain by night.
That's right, because Job was so rich. Man, think about this. And she complained, right?
Mm-hmm.
Job's wife never had to cook him anything.
No.
Didn't have to do his clothes.
Mm-mm.
She didn't have to do not one thing for him because
Nope.
guess what? He had all that stuff taken care of.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he had that stuff arranged for her to be taken care of.
Mm-mm.
So what else?
Spoil right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she never had to care for him.
Now she got to do it now.
But go ahead. I didn't want to throw that in there because we're going to read later on down. She going to break it down.
Uh-huh.
What all she had, what all he supplied her with. But go ahead and read.
Miller 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I might provide a loaf of bread and bring it to you.
I see that sound like that's a problem.
Yeah.
That sounds like a problem.
Other words, if you fast forward to 2020, now I got to work now.
I
It's a job I really don't want to do.
I never had to do anything. I never had to. Is a possibility. I didn't have to, deal with my children or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing. It's not in there. I'm
now I'm working below minimum wage.
Nothing.
I'm working below minimum wage now.
Now the role changed.
Yeah.
This brother is sick and ill now.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm grieving because I had all this stuff. But go ahead and read.
And more. I barely receive my own food.
Mm-hmm.
And I divide that between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering in my heart that it's not bad enough for you to be ill, but neither do you get your fill of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I ventured unshamedly to go into the market, even if I was pierced in my heart to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And the bread seller said, "Give me money."
Now we already know, if we read the chapter 4, we know there's nobody but Satan the devil. But go ahead and read.
And you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
But I also showed him our straits,
Mm-hmm.
and then heard from him, if you have no money, if you have no money, woman, pay with your head, and take 3 loaves.
He said, pay with your hair, if your head, and take 3 loaves.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and read.
Perhaps you will live for 3 more days.
Mm-hmm.
Being remiss, I said to him, go ahead, cut my hair. So he arose and cut my hair disgracefully in the market.
So like you said, he made an open show of it.
Yeah.
So everybody can see.
Uh-huh.
See, that's why we said last night, hey man, sometimes people trying to clown you out in front of everybody. Hey man, they the spirit of Satan on them jokes.
Yeah.
Trying to make you look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read.
While the crowd stood by and marveled.
That's right, because somebody always they got their little audience, their little folly audience around, and they want to clown you out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me scroll on down a little bit. Now, we get into her lament. Now, this chapter 25 gonna tell you and show you what all this woman had. She ain't wanted for nothing.
Nothing.
You think about all these rich women across America. We ain't talking about maybe $1 million. We talking about filthy. They ain't never ever in their life gonna worry about anything.
Like say for Bill Gates' wife fell on.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he's sitting around with boils all over him. He lost everything.
Yeah, I wonder would she stand by him through all that affliction? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, chapter 25. Check it out. Check out his wife. Go ahead and read.
Who is not amazed at this city?
Mm-hmm.
The wife of Job, who used to have 14 drapers sheltering her chamber, and the door within doors.
Oh, so she had a boy talking about 14 drapers
Yeah,
and chambers, a door within doors.
yeah. Man,
Well, that was laid out.
a
Wasn't
lot of closets, ain't it?
Man,
She had
what you
clothes
said?
everywhere.
There you go. Go ahead and read.
So that one was considered quite worthy merely to gain admission to her presence.
So they had to ask permission to come and
Yes,
check her
sir.
out.
Yes, sir.
You just can't. Hey, how you doing? No. You got to go through security to get to her.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Now she exchanges her hair for loaves.
Hey, keep this remember, because you're gonna keep repeating the same
Yeah,
thing. Because
yeah.
it's something about a woman in her hair. That's her glory, isn't it?
That's a glory. That's why all these places got shops in our community.
Man, hair. Hey, that's her glory.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna keep mentioning that. Go ahead and read.
Whose camels, loaded with good things, used to go off into the regions of the poor.
See, that's going back. You know how people always try to bring up your past?
Yeah.
They always want to bring up what you used to have.
Yeah, that's what they doing.
And what you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a damn shame that brother had to go sell some blood or plasma just to get some money.
Yeah.
Check it out. He said, whose camels loaded with good things.
Yeah.
Used to go off into the regions of the poor.
Uh-huh.
See, she used to feed the poor. When I say she used to, we talking about her through her husband.
Yeah.
She ain't done nothing. Her husband was on charge of that.
Yeah, he was the head.
But go ahead and read. And it's not to downgrade anybody. It's just letting you know if she part of her husband, whatever he did, it reflects her too.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. But go ahead and read.
Now she gives her hair in return for loaves.
Say it again. Go ahead.
Look at her, who used to keep 7 tables reserved to her house, at which the poor and alien used to eat.
The poor, alien, number of strangers used to do what?
Now, used to eat.
Yeah.
Now she sells outright her hair for loaves.
Keep saying anything about their hair for loaves, ain't it? Because that's the last thing they're gonna remember her by. But go ahead and read. They're not gonna remember all the other. They remind her of other stuff. But man, she did up, man. She sold her hair for loaves, man.
Yeah.
You know, there could be one thing that a person do that folks will never forget.
Yeah. They just keep on hammering on.
Just like a joker commit adultery.
They ain't gonna let you live.
With a married woman. Because that's the only way adultery, man, could, unmarried woman mess around on her husband. Everything else fornication. So either way it goes, whatever you decide to do, but a guy mess around with another man's wife. Hey man, that's all. When they see it, that's all they're gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Or this guy here, he used to be one of them old, like Fred Savage say, one of them right there.
Yeah, he flips up. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he changed his way, but
they ain't gonna let it go.
But this what was going on right here. Where are we, brother?
Verse 6.
Go ahead and read.
So one who used to have a foot basin of gold and silver, and she goes along by foot.
Go ahead and read.
Even her hair she gives in exchange for loaves. Observe, this is she who used to have clothed and woven with linen with gold.
Ooh, this sister was laid out. Go ahead.
But now she bears rags and gives her hair in exchange for loaves.
Bears what? Rags?
Yeah, bears rags.
Gives
her hair in exchange for loaves.
Go ahead.
See her who used to own couches and gold and silver, but now she sells her hair for loaves.
That's right. Let's go continue in her speech. Go ahead. In her conclusion. Go ahead.
Job, although many things have been said in general, I speak to you in brief, in the weakness of my heart. My bones are crushed. Rise, take the loaves, be satisfied, and then speak some words against the Lord and die. Then I too shall be freed from weariness that issues from the pain of your body.
Now, Why would, if your wife was all in,
Yeah,
I'm just using this because this is what we rolling with, right?
yeah,
If she was all in,
yeah,
and if she was serving the God of Israel,
Yeah.
serving Job's
Yeah.
Elohim, she would have made this statement, would she?
yeah. She tired of you.
Let's continue on because we're gonna get into the King James Version here in this. I tell you what, let's go to the King James Version. Now, this is pseudepigrapha we reading, the Testament of Job. Let's
Yeah.
go to the King James Version, and we're gonna go to Job chapter 2. Job chapter 2. And we're gonna pick it up at verse 9 because we walked last night, we walked everything down according to this Testament of Job, and lining up and make sure everything is lining up, right?
Yeah.
So let's go into the Testament of Job. We're gonna read verses 9, Job chapter 2, in the King James Version, Job chapter 2, verse 9 through 11. Is that what I want to read? No. We're gonna read 9 through 10. That's what we're gonna read. 9 through 10. What did it say?
Then said his wife unto him,
Mm-hmm.
thus dost thou still retain thy integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Curse God and die.
Hey, that's what we read it right here. This is what Job is telling his second set of children. Told them to speak some words against the Lord and die.
I wonder, did he do it?
But go ahead and read.
But he said unto her,
What did he say?
thou speakest as a foolish woman speaketh.
Uh-huh.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yah, and shall not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Okay, now let's go. Now let's read this 26. We back on the screen. Back in Job's response to his wife. She told him to speak some word and die. What did Job say? Chapter 26, verse 1. What did it say?
So I answered her, look, I have lived 17 years in these plagues.
Now, those plagues is on him 17 years. That's a long time, bro.
Long time.
See, if you read it in the book, it seemed like it'd have been event after event. No. This right here is over some years. If we read earlier, if you look at the last night lesson, it'll show you how long Satan been on his head.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
Long time now.
But go ahead and read.
Submitting to the worms in my body. And my soul has never been depressed by my pain so much as by your statement.
He said, now, all the stuff I've been going through.
Yeah.
That come out of your mouth.
Man, that really hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt.
I could do it all that. I lost my children. He gonna tell you all the stuff I done lost. But that statement, that was a cold blow.
That was a cold blow.
But go ahead and read.
Speak some words against the Lord and die.
He said, look, speak some word, curse God and die.
Yeah.
That's what we just read over here in the King James, right?
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
I do indeed suffer these things. And you suffer them too. He lost both of our children and our goods. Do you suggest that we should say against the Lord and thus be alienated from the truly great wealth? Why have you not remembered those many good things we used to have, if we have received good things from the hand of the Lord?
Go ahead.
Should we not in turn and do evil things?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's a lot of stuff. You know, sometimes we forget. You know what? I appreciate the good things that we used to have. I used to have a lot of good things, and you know, but hey, they come and go.
Come and go.
Then he restored to you, you know, if you're appreciative.
Yeah.
Back then, I probably wasn't appreciative.
No, couldn't happen. You probably killed yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, you know, I did this. Me, me.
Yeah.
I'm on that I, me thing.
That's when you know you're not ready for it.
So, okay, I take it away, and then we'll see what happened then. Sometimes you got to take certain things away. Just like his children. All this stuff belong to us, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's what, if you go back, like I said last night, we read early last night, his children, they figured out, man, why are we giving our stuff to these people?
Yeah.
That's why they went to his brother's house, the eldest brother's house. They didn't want to sit at the table before they took their food to the eldest brother's house. Why are we going to be over there? And then, you know, the eldest brother always going to persuade the young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Whisper to him. You know how
And
they
then
talk.
with Judah and Israel, and then that,
Yeah.
you know, when you start dealing with them, they always persuade the younger folk, swaying you from doing certain things. You got elder brothers or sisters in your family. Some of them may want to sway you from doing what's right?
Yeah.
But you forget all the good stuff you used to have.
Yeah.
They thought it was as how we don't need to give it to nobody else. His wife probably had the same mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because Job said, man, I used to sit up there and just watch people come and go. I wouldn't let them come. They come and ask you for something. They had to eat.
Yeah.
That was the deal. You're going to eat and get your belly full, and then I'm going to give you what you need.
Some people shame. I said, no, you're going to give it to them in a way.
And then the children up there, you giving away all our stuff. This stuff out. We just children of this rich man, and we over here sitting at the table with the service and everything. Damn.
Yeah. That's sad. But it's true, though.
And we see this stuff every day, man, even in our own household. You know, like we entitled to certain things. And then when the more snatch the stuff out your hand, now you look crazy.
Now you looking like T Bullets. Now you got the monkey mouth now.
You monkey mouth and trying to find a way to go somewhere else. And that's what people do. When stuff get bad, folks bail out on you, friends and all. And this was going on with Joe. We just dealing with the family. We haven't gotten to the friends.
No, we ain't got to them yet.
We still in the household.
When they showed up, I said, okay, he come to Calvary now. They gonna come in and I just before I read, I was started, I was like, they finna lift him up.
Right.
Restore all this stuff.
See, when Satan go on attack, he started in the inside of the house, start working his way outside.
Inside out.
Okay, I got everybody in the house jacked up against him now. Hey, now he got a few friends, don't he?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see if they're gonna be friends or not. See, that's a lesson learned for everybody, man.
Yep.
When you serve the God of Israel, when you all in, when you come up against Satan's kingdom and his temple, hey, expect all of this stuff possibly hit you upside your head. That's scary, man. A lot of people don't know.
Because see, like I said, it's like Christmas coming up.
Yeah.
You talk against that, head's gonna roll.
Yeah, hey. And then most people already think you're in a cult.
Yeah.
So you already know what the mindset. They already been. He said Satan came to see the whole world. So you already know what the mindset they in. And the reason we know, because we used to be there with them.
Yeah.
We was the same way, man.
And I couldn't wait to Christmas.
Yeah. But see, as a child, you in there. But when you become an adult, and the Most High start open your eyes to certain things, you be like, hold on for a minute, something wrong here.
You got to put away childish things when you become a man. See, that's coming a man in the way of the Lord, though.
Right.
See, you could be 100, you could be 90 and 100 years old and be still a child.
That's right. But where are we, brother?
We're at the end of 5.
Go ahead and read it.
Rather, let us be patient till the Lord.
Hey, that's all about patience. That's one thing about Job. Patience.
Yep.
Let us be patient till the Lord. Go ahead.
In pity, show us mercy.
Right.
Do you not see the devil standing behind you?
Woo! Read that again.
Do you not see the devil standing behind you? And unsettling your reasoning so that he may deceive me too.
Oh, so you said you don't see the devil standing behind you? That's why you come to me telling me curse God to that. You can't see that?
You can't see it. Because he show up at your weakest, see.
Right.
She couldn't see it.
Just like the woman, when he told the doorman to tell whoever come to his door, let him know, hey man, ain't got time for this. I got an urgent matter I'm dealing with. And what did the doormaid do? He was saying that she did not know he was the devil when the beggar came to the door.
Yep.
That's why he asked him, why don't you not see Satan standing behind you? You talking crazy like that? You ain't never came to me like that and said that. So when people, what drives you to say certain things? So you saying that the devil can't get on you or stand behind you? Have you said certain things?
Yep.
It can happen to it. It can happen to me.
Yep.
It can happen to this brother.
Sure.
Did it not happen to Peter?
Yep.
When Messiah told him, get behind me, Satan, he wasn't talking to Peter. He was talking to what the spirit that was on Peter.
Now I can see that now.
See, Satan, if he can't attack you direct, that's like we read. He
Oh,
said, man, when Satan knew that he couldn't get me to break me, now I'm gonna go through his wife. That's an old trick from the beginning when Adam and Eve was in the garden.
And you know what? Even if you prevail this time, don't get too puffed up, because he's gonna circle back around on you now.
Oh yeah, he coming back. Where are we, brother?
We're at the middle of 6.
Go ahead and read it.
For he seeks to make an exhibit of you as one of the senseless women.
Or the foolish women. Go ahead.
Yeah, foolish, senseless, foolish woman.
Well, that's what we read over here in the book. He said, man, you talking as one of the foolish women.
Same thing.
But go ahead.
Who misguide their husbands. Sincerity.
He said, a foolish woman who misguide their husband. And that's what, when you are foolish, when he one of the foolish women, that's what Satan does. He use you to misguide or try to get you, trick your husband, try to get him to do certain things.
Yeah.
And that all your antennas ought to go up on that. That's an old trick right there.
Yeah, Joe, finna go in though.
Let's go into Job's trial and Satan's defeat. Go ahead and read.
Yeah.
Chapter 27, Pseudepigrapha. For those just coming in the room, we're reading out of the Pseudepigrapha, Volume 1, the Testament of Job. We also reading out of the KJV, Job chapter 1 in the book of Job. With chapter 27, verse 1, what does it say?
Again, turning to Satan, who was behind my wife. I said, come up front. Stop hiding yourself. Does a lion show his strength in the cage?
That's a good question. See, a lion can't do nothing only in the cage.
Yeah.
That's like you go to the zoo.
Yeah.
Man, it's lion weak. He's in
Weak.
the cage.
In his cage.
Let that lion get loose.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
Does a fledgling take flight when it's in a basket?
You know, one of the little bird baskets. You can't do nothing in the bird basket.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Come out and fight.
Also, the way he talking like, man, Satan's a coward.
He a coward.
He hides behind women.
Yeah.
He hides behind the weak.
And then
And I ain't
Job,
saying the weak.
then
That's
Job,
male or female.
see, Job at his weakest, right?
Right.
But he telling him, I'm still ready to fight. Come on out.
Because he was sealed with the instruction. He told him that Satan gonna come up on him.
Yep.
See, when you know that Satan gonna come up on you, hey man, when anybody come to you with some foolish or whatever, you gonna call them out. That's why you got a lot of pastors, a lot of teachers, brothers and sisters. Man, they out here lifting their voice up like a trumpet.
Yeah.
Showing Zion, showing our people their transgression like we're supposed to do.
Yep.
See, you're not scared of anything because you already know Satan can't do nothing to you unless it's coming from the Most High. If he come and kill you, that's because he came from the Most High, and you just a martyr for the testament of Yeshua, which mentioned in Revelation.
Yeah. Somebody can use you as a testimony.
Just like he said, told Job, if you would do it, not only your name gonna be renowned all the way through generations, because we reading about him now, right? Totally. Even down in the old and I'm gonna say in the law and the testimony. Yeah. We even reading about him in the book of James, chapter 5. We reading about him today,
right now.
And you're gonna be in the resurrection. What resurrection? The first resurrection. You ain't worried about all of that. And then you want to speak boldly against Satan the devil. Yeah. This is what Job doing. You come out and fight.
Yeah,
go ahead and read.
Have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Verse 2.
Go ahead.
Then he came out from behind my wife. And as he stood, he wept, saying, look, Job, I am weary and I withdrew from you. Even though you are flesh and I a spirit, you suffer a plague, but I am in deep distress. I became like one athlete wrestling another, and one pinned the other. The upper one silenced the lower one. So he said, man, I'm in a fight. Yeah. I'm in a spiritual warfare with you. But see, Satan could do nothing to him because Job has this patience. But the Most High, what we call Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, that's the one he's dealing with, told him to send the angel to tell him this. All about endurance. Yeah. Just like he talked about this
athlete wrestling another, he has endurance, man.
Mhm.
Because the only one, when you wrestling, the one who has the endurance is the one gonna pin the other one down.
Yes, sir.
That's plain and simple. Ain't it?
Hallelujah.
Go ahead and read it.
The upper one silenced the lower one
Yes, sir.
by filling his mouth with sand
Mm-hmm.
and bruised his lips.
Limbs, go ahead.
And bruised his limbs.
Mm-hmm.
But because he showed endurance
Yes, sir.
and did not grow weary,
Mm-hmm.
at the end, the upper one cried out in defeat.
Mm-hmm.
So you also, Job,
Mm-hmm.
were the one below and in the plague,
Mm-hmm.
but you conquered my wrestling tactics, which I brought on you.
That's right, because he already know, man, when you are weary, when you growing weak, when you
Mhm.
losing steam, that's when Satan is going to attack.
Yeah, it's your weakest.
How you go weary and weak? You're not studying. You're not in this word. You're not filling your lamp up.
Yep.
You more concerned about the world more than you concerned about the world to come. You got your mindset on things on this earth. You don't have your mindset on things above. And we're gonna read that. Job wasn't concerned about the stuff on this earth. This stuff, like you said, this stuff come and go.
Yeah.
But when you got your mindset on Christ,
Yeah.
that's why like I said, man, that's why some of us wear the fringes.
Yeah.
When you got that ribbon of blue, that when you look up in the sky, it's blue. Is it blue up there in the sky?
It's blue.
And then these right here fringes, these little things hanging off about the law, right?
Yeah.
So we know if you look up the sky and these fringes that the law came up from heaven, right? Came down from heaven.
Yeah.
That's all I think. His mind is set on that. He's set on this stuff.
You know what? They found some artifacts here recently.
Yeah.
In a cave.
Mm-hmm.
They call it Middle East. You know, they know that's
around Egypt.
So they found, I think the artifacts were like 3,000 years old. They showed they had the fringes and everything.
Oh yeah, I saw the one.
You saw that?
Yeah. Over there in Denmark, they got it in this museum over there in Denmark, which is close around that region over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, hey, he said, man, it's all about endurance. You can't grow weary in this thing. But go ahead and read.
Then Satan, ashamed, left me for 3 years.
He left him for what?
He left him for 3 years.
Left him alone for 3 years. So he gonna come back.
He doubling back.
It's just like every day. You know when things is peaceful. You know things start coming up. You know what I'm saying? In your household or whatever. Then you know that Satan, the devil, is on the scene. Because you won't have a period of peace. It might go 3 or 4 months. Everything cool, and then bam, here comes the drama.
Yep.
So you know Satan is back.
Yeah, this your season now.
And see, we always talk about, man, we all in and do this, blah, 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 and all that other stuff. But Satan's gonna come back.
Yeah. Sometimes best to shut your mouth.
Hey, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, up on that throne, and you sit up there running that mouth. Yeah, I love the Lord, and he already say he gonna do it. I'm gonna be obedient, and can't nobody get me off my square, and blah, 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 blah. He said, Satan, the devil upon you in your weak moment. You are fold like a cheap suit.
Yep.
Brother, I just don't know what's wrong with me.
Yep.
Can you pray for me?
Yeah.
What you been doing?
You were doing all that talking 6 months ago though.
Man, I was talking to brother T Boogie, man.
Yeah.
He said, you talk to one of our beloved brothers, man. We got much love for, we don't, we're not in touch with him that much. I ain't talked to him since we left the class. But when you depart from the book, the brother said he ain't read his book there in 4 months.
Oh man, yeah. Man.
When you depart from the word of God,
what are you
doing? If you're not dealing with this, eating this every day, this is our daily bread. This is the unleavened bread that Messiah came down to heaven to give us, right? Yeah. If you're not eating this every day, man, what are you eating? What is in your spiritual diet?
Yeah.
See, now you're growing weak.
Yeah.
Now say the devil can come in because you won't have no power. He said up there, okay, Joker ain't ready too.
Yeah, I got it.
4 months.
I got it.
So his mind been on carnal stuff. Let me hit him up.
Yeah. I hit him up.
Can I go down and hit him or hit her up?
Yeah.
See, that's the conversation.
Yeah.
Have you considered my serving brother such and such or sister such and such? Oh, I already got them.
Yeah, I got it.
I play with them like a little bird.
Yeah.
Like Messiah played with, say play with him like a little bird or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I got them. I ain't worried about them.
That's lightweight.
It's them brothers be on them YouTube channel. Them the ones I want to get at.
Yeah.
It's them sisters over there telling them other sisters stop being whores and all this blah blah blah. It's them brothers telling them other brothers stop being a whoremonger. Them the ones I want. I ain't worried about them others. I got them.
One doing Christmas and Easter and all that. I didn't even look.
I ain't worried about them. They doing the thing. They're my
yeah.
people. Those my disciples.
Yeah, they're my disciples.
I want.
They all in with me. I got to get the ones. I got to like we going out and trying to recover the lost sheep, right?
Right.
He got some lost sheep. He trying to recover too.
Right.
Oh, he trying to recover us. We trying to recover the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He trying to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Because he want us to.
Cause we used to be on his side. Now we got going.
Yeah, he want our faith to be sealed just like his.
But see, here's the thing. It might appear that, but we never belong to him anyway.
No.
Because they're not. Messiah said, hey, can nobody come to me except the Father draw them? Mm-hmm. We belong to him. He said, man, I called, just like he was telling the disciples, man, I'd have called all the 12 out except for one of them that he lost. That was Judas. Mm-hmm. And it was already prophesied for he to do his thing.
Yeah.
This is a scary thing. Mm-hmm. What are we prophesied to do? Are we prophesied to continue on, or are we prophesied to be another Judas?
Yeah.
Are we prophesied to be like Job? A perfect and upright who eschews evil? Mm-hmm. In another lesson, we're going to deal about to build another house. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Give me the spirit you gave on that brother that has endurance.
Yes, sir.
Where are we, brother?
We at 7.
Go ahead and read it.
Now then, my children, you also must be patient in everything that happens to you.
See, that's what we need to be talking to our children about. See, he about to die and everything, but he encouraged them. You have to be patient, and everything would happen to you. Yeah, because things gonna happen. Go ahead.
For patience is better than anything,
man. Now, he talked to his children about patience, right? Mm-hmm. And he was telling about his wife because she lost patience. Yeah, she lost patience on him. Hey, Satan knows that. Mm-hmm. Satan knows your heart. Yeah, he knew she went all in anyway. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do something right quick. I'm gonna take a pause. I'm gonna bring. Let me do something right quick. Family. Okay. Let me bring up another screen right quick.
Bring it out, dude. Bring it out. And I'm reading this Job. I'm like,
I just hold tight. Man. Now I just typed in, what was Job's wife's name?
Sidis.
His first wife. That's the one we just read about, right? Sidis. Her name may have been the root as the word Satan in Hebrew. Or Satan. Unfaithful wife.
You know what? And you know what? Back then, the names meant something.
The names meant something. But that's the unfaithful wife. See, Satan knows when you're playing around.
Yeah. Cities. See, we just name people. See, we get names now. Just you like my mama. She had 9 children, right? Mm-hmm. And by the time I was the last one, she just said, "Look, all the names taken. I'm just gonna name them Charles."
Man,
just throw a name out there. Just throw one out there. They don't have the names. Don't mean anything now.
Right. See, we didn't know. Like I said, man, we was deceived. We didn't know either.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Knowing what I know now, I wish I knew back then. But it wasn't time because I probably let this thing slip past everything.
But see,
in time.
But see, you know what I noticed? Mm-hmm. The people that's starting to wake up, they starting to name their children. They going back and naming their children names after our forefathers.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's good to have the name, but are you going to act the role?
That's it.
Because see, sometimes you can have that name. You put that name on your child, and they doing everything contrary.
Jeremiah out there, he out there, he jacking jokers.
Yeah,
Jeremiah the jacker.
yeah,
Him and Isaiah and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They got all these
Yeah.
names. You see on there, this is
Yeah.
Jeremiah blankety blank, and Isaiah
Uh-huh.
such and such, and they on there, you know, they tatted it all up.
yeah. They tatted up.
Yeah. I hope it ever get to that point. Keep naming them the Rashani one and all this other
Yeah,
stuff.
well, 4 or 5 syllables. You know.
But we ain't, you know, we just want, you know, we have to pray for our people, man, and,
Yep.
and keep it moving. Job recognized and the king astonished. Chapter 28. Now, this right here in the KJV, it started at chapter 2 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2 and verse 11. Let's go to, before we read that, let's go back into the KJV.
Okay.
And we're going to go to, we in Job chapter 2, we're going to pick it up at verse 11. And then we'll read verses 11 to 13, and then we're going to continue on in the pseudepigrapha after that. And then we might hit it every now and then back in the KJV. We just try
Yes,
to
sir.
make sure certain
Line
things
it up.
line up in there.
Mm-hmm.
In the King James Version, Job chapter 2, verses 11 through 13, what does it say?
Now, when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him,
Yeah.
they came every one from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite,
Mm-hmm.
and Bildad the Shuhite,
Mm-hmm.
and Zophar the Namathite,
Mm-hmm.
for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him.
Mm-hmm. So they made it, they want to go see him,
Mm-hmm.
to mourn with him, and to comfort him.
Yeah.
To comfort him. But go ahead and read.
And when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept, and they rent everyone his mantle
Mm-hmm.
and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights.
How many days?
7 days and 7 nights.
Uh-huh.
And none spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great.
Now they say they went and they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not. You know how sometimes people get real sick and you really can't recognize this. And, ooh, I went to the hospital and I saw such. I barely recognized them.
Uh-huh.
You know, some people really, I tell you, when they really sick,
Mhm.
they lose weight.
Mhm.
They have sores on their body. It depends on what affliction Satan put on them.
Mhm.
Well, really, it's the Most High. But he just used Satan to do it.
Yeah.
Because Satan can't do a thing, like I just said, unless he get permission.
Mhm.
And we can read that in the book.
Yeah.
But they couldn't recognize him. You got to be awfully sick, brother. That means Job was in bad shape, people.
Bad shape.
And we all know somebody that we knew that we probably went to the hospital or went to somebody's house when they were down. Hey, man, you were like, man, I don't know who, man. That don't even look like the same person.
Mhm.
Job used to be 6'2", 240 pounds. Now they 80 pounds. You don't know that person.
Mhm.
But go ahead. Chapter 28, verse 1. What did it say?
After I had spent 20 years under the plague,
Mm-hmm.
the kings also heard about what happened to me. They arose and came to me,
Mm-hmm.
each from his own country, so that they might encourage me by a visit.
Mm-hmm.
But as they approached me from a distance, they did not recognize me.
We just read that over in the KJV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we read the Testament of Job. For those just come in the room, we're at chapter 28. We are reading about the same event that happened in the KJV,
Mm-hmm.
chapter 2. He said, man, they came from afar. They didn't even recognize me.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read.
And they cried out and wept,
Mm-hmm.
tearing their garments and throwing dust.
We just read that. Go ahead.
They sat beside me for 7 days and nights,
Yes, sir.
and not one of them spoke to me.
We just read that. Go ahead.
It was not due to their patience that they were silent, but because they knew me before these evils when I lived in lavish wealth.
Mm-hmm.
For when I used to bring out for them the precious stones,
Yes, sir.
they would marvel, clapping their hands and say,
See, everybody's all good when all the goods are out, ain't it?
yeah,
You know, it's just like you go to your friend's house, they got it going on, and they go, you know, they have flagons of wine, you have good food and all that stuff.
yeah,
Then we got this pandemic thing going on, right? A
yeah.
lot of people lost their jobs, right?
Mhm.
And all the stuff going, you know, people start
They're losing all their
they
possessions.
start losing all their stuff, they start getting sick, they make themselves sick,
Yeah, word.
worried about all this
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, long as everything good, you over there, yeah, man, hey man, you go, ooh, it's so nice over here, man. And
Mhm.
man, y'all got it going on, man. Lord blessing you.
Yeah.
He blessing y'all,
Yeah.
you know.
Sometimes the blessings come from Satan too, though.
Mm-hmm. But you know when a brother doing right,
He's doing right.
your
Yeah.
righteous brother, you know when people doing right.
Yeah.
And you know all the slick jokers too.
Mhm.
But we talking about the righteous one, right?
Righteous. Yep.
Yes, sir. But go ahead and read.
We're at the middle of end of 5.
Go ahead and read.
If the goods of our 3 kings were gathered into one at the same place,
Mm-hmm.
they would be no equal to the glorious stones of the kingdom,
Yeah.
of your kingdom. For I was more noble than those from the east.
That's right, because he noble, more noble than those from the east, because he had connection with the Most High.
Mhm.
Because he gonna start bringing some questions down to him. But go ahead and read 7.
But when they came to our assistance,
Mm-hmm.
asking in the city, where is Jobab,
Mm-hmm.
the king of all Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
They said to them about me, he sits in a dung heap outside the city. For 20 years, he has not returned to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Then they asked about my goods, and the things which had befallen me were shown to them.
Mm-hmm.
When they heard that, they left the city together with the citizens, and my fellow citizens showed me to them. But they remonstrated, saying, I was not Jobab, since they were still quite in doubt. Eliphaz, the king of the Temanites,
Mm-hmm.
turned to me and said, are you Jobab, our fellow king? And I wept, shaking my head and throwing dust on it. And I said to them, I am indeed.
You know, Israel, you know, man, they had, you know, back then they had this thing about throwing dust on their head. You know?
Yeah, that's how they humble themselves.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just gonna throw a little earth on top of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And see, he's the son of Esau, right?
Yeah.
He learned that from who?
Jacob.
That's where he learned it from.
Yeah, I mean Isaac. I'm sorry.
Right, there from
Yeah,
Isaac.
Isaac, yep.
There's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because
Yep.
all of them did.
Yep. Yep. His father Isaac.
That's just something that they did in Israel.
Yep.
But go ahead, 30. Go ahead.
When they saw me shaking my head,
Mm-hmm.
they dropped to the ground in a faint. And their troops were disturbed at seeing their 3 kings collapse on the ground
Mm-hmm.
as if dead for 3 hours. Man, they were doing it for 3 hours.
That's up.
Then they arose and began saying to one another,
Mm-hmm.
we do not believe this is he.
Mm-hmm.
Then they sat for 7 days revering my affairs, recalling my herds and goods and saying,
Mm-hmm.
have we not known about the many good things sent out by him into the cities
Mm-hmm.
and surrounding villages to be distributed to the poor,
Mm-hmm.
besides those established at his house?
Mm-hmm.
How then has he now fallen into such a deathly state?
See, a lot of people don't know the reason why you fall into certain things.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? See, they only go in their corner mind and say, hey, they start coming up with all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that brother there, he must have did something wrong.
Yeah, I knew he went all in.
You know what I'm saying? Or you see, when you go against the Lord, and you know such and such. See all that stuff. You don't even know why the people going through what they going through.
See, that brother had a reprobate mind. That's what's going on with him. I
See,
knew it.
like I said, your carnal mind, it goes there.
Mhm. Yep.
See, all that payback you did back in the day. Hey man, everybody should be paid back in the day.
That's the case. Everybody in trouble.
Everybody in trouble. Like you can't, you came on this earth and you done everything righteous.
Yeah, you come out.
You can't use that. Everybody in trouble on that.
Yeah, you come out. You 50 years old. You walk and you Christ now.
Yeah, that's the only one that I know came on the scene
Mm-hmm.
and did everything clean. So you can't use that.
Mm.
It must be something you did.
Yeah.
See, that's when the mercy of the Most High. You know the mercy of the Most High on us because all the stuff that we've done.
Yep.
But go ahead and read. Where are we, brother?
We at 31.
Go ahead and read. Now, this Eliphaz lament. Now, this dude, he was a trip.
Mm-hmm.
See, when your so-called friends come around, see, you're dealing with his friend now. He's already dealing with the family.
Yeah.
Not Satan working on the friends.
Mm-hmm.
Wife gone.
Yeah.
You know, during this time, she's still on the scene, but the children gone.
Yeah.
All my substance are gone. My wife tripping over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now here my friends coming. So drama after drama after drama after drama.
Mm-hmm.
To let you know, when you decide to do this work, your family might fall out. Your family gonna fall out with you. Your immediate family now. Your friends, do what you think your friends anyway.
Yeah.
When a certain opportunities out of all your so-called friends, one of them gonna really just show you what they really think about you. That's what we about to read here, but go ahead and read. That's something to think about, family.
Yep. Hold on.
You know, when we read these stories in the Bible, hey man, you got to place yourself in that. They're telling you a message in there. Everybody ain't all legit with you.
That's their testimony. So we can learn from what happened to our forefathers.
Yeah. What happened to our forefathers, what to expect.
Yeah.
If you want to do this, if you call yourself, it's gonna go after and tear down Satan's kingdom, this is possibly gonna happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, 31. What did it say?
And after 7 days of such considerations,
Yeah.
Eliphaz spoke up and said to his fellow king,
Mm-hmm.
Let us approach him and question him carefully
Mm-hmm.
to see if it is really he himself or not.
Okay, now we read that after those 7 days, they decided to go and speak to him.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read it.
But since they were about a half stadium distance from me because of the stench of my body,
Mm-hmm.
they arose and approached me with perfumes in their hands.
Ooh, where that man was stinking.
Yeah, they had the like somebody walking up on you with Lysol spraying.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead, brother.
While their soldiers accompanied them, scattering incense
Mm-hmm.
around me so they would be able to approach me. And they spent 3 days furnishing the incense. And when they had come near me, Eliphaz spoke up and said to me,
Mm-hmm.
Are you Jobab, our fellow king? Are you the one who once had vast splendor? Are you the one who was like the sun by night in all the land?
Sorry about day.
I'm sorry. Are you the one that was like the sun by day in all the land?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the one who was like the moon and the stars that shine at midnight?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I am indeed.
Yes, sir.
And so after he wept with a loud wailing,
Mm-hmm.
he called out a royal lament, while both the other kings and the troops sang in response.
Mm-hmm. And they lamenting for him.
Yes,
So
sir.
they love that man. But they didn't know it was him or not.
Mhm.
So they didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
But go ahear and read.
Hear then the lament
Mm-hmm.
of Eliphaz, as he celebrates for all the wealth of Job? Are you the one who appointed 7,000 sheep for the clothing of the poor? Where then is the splendor of your throne? Are you the one who approved 3,000 camels for the transport of goods to the needy? Where then is the splendor of your throne?
So he questioned the man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Are
read.
you the one who appointed the 1,000 cattle for the needy to use when plowing? Where then is the splendor of your throne? Are you the one who had golden couches, but now sits on a dung heap? Now, where is the splendor of your throne? Are you the one who had a throne of precious stones, but now sits in ashes?
Hey, read the rest of it. We're going to drop down to verse 11. Let's drop down to verse 11 and pick it up.
Are you the one who jeered out the unjust and the sinners?
Yes, right. Jeered at the unjust and sinners. Go ahead.
But now you too have become a joke.
Wow.
Now, where is the splendor of your throne? Are you Job, the one who had vast splendor? Now, where is the splendor of your throne?
Now, he asked him all these questions. You asked me all these questions. But go ahead and read chapter 33.
After Eliphaz finished wailing, while his fellow kings responded to him all in great commotion.
So he was up on the man.
Yeah.
You tell me, are you the one such and such, such and such? Are you the one such and such, such and such?
Yeah, he had to
Where
wait.
is your such
He had
and
to
such
wait
such?
for something just to answer.
Yeah.
When the uproar died down, I said to them,
What did he say, Joe?
He said, quiet. Now I will show you my throne with the splendor of his majesty, which is among the holy ones.
Now, Job get ready to break some stuff down and listen up, you non-messianics. He get ready to break something down on them. Job going spiritual on these brothers, man. He going spiritual on the kings. He letting them know something. Go ahead. He said, I'm going to break something which is among the holy ones. That's two of them, right?
Yeah.
That's the Father and the Son.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
My throne is in the upper world.
What upper world? Up there with the Father and Son, right? New Jerusalem, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and read.
And its splendor and majesty come from the right hand of the Father.
Now, who's sitting on the right hand of the Father?
Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ.
That's right. Because that's the one he's been dealing with.
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
The whole world shall pass away.
This world gonna pass away, man. And what else?
And its splendor shall fade.
It's gonna fade because what?
And those who heed it shall share it in its overthrow.
Because somebody gonna come down and overthrow this whole world, man. That's the one sitting at the right hand of the Father, ain't it? But go ahead.
But my throne is in the Holy Land.
Where's the Holy Land, people? And what?
And its splendor is in the world of the changeless one.
He said, and the splendors in the world. What world? Israel. Of the changeless one. Who is the changeless one? The one that's gonna come and his kingdom gonna be an everlasting kingdom.
Yep.
The
Because
one gonna have the government on his shoulder.
because that Proverbs 30, that's the precept.
Proverbs 30, that's right.
30 and 4.
Who is his name?
Yeah.
What is his son's name?
Yes, sir.
If thou can tell.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read. We're at 6. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
6.
read.
Rivers will dry up,
Yes, sir.
and the arrogance of their ways goes down in the depths of the abyss.
That's right.
But the rivers of my land, where my throne is,
That's right.
do not dry up, nor will they disappear.
Now, did he say that they're gonna be rivers of water flowing from the throne? Job dropping some knowledge off on these kings. Go ahead.
But they will exist forever.
He said he's never going away, but go ahead.
These kings will pass away.
Just like, can anybody, can you name the 17th president of the United States?
No.
What about over there in France?
Nah.
They passed away, ain't it?
Yep.
And what else?
The rulers come and go.
We just got rid of one of them, didn't we?
Yep.
Well, I ain't gonna say we did, they did, because I ain't voting for
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
They just got rid of their ruler. They got them another wicked ruler. But we know who set up rulers and everything.
Yeah.
But the people, you know, they chose their thing. But what?
But their splendor
Uh-huh.
in both
Mm-hmm.
shall be in the mirror.
Hey man, you come and go out of the mirror.
Yep.
Go
Like-
ahead and read.
Yeah.
You got something wrong?
Like you drive and you see somebody in the rearview mirror
Mm-hmm.
and you speed up. I don't even see that car no more. It's
Gone.
like a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
But my kingdom is forever and ever.
Boy, that is his kingdom forever and ever, because
Yep.
the angel told him, man, if you a doer, you're gonna be in the first resurrection. So if you're in the first resurrection, you ruling with Christ, that's your kingdom.
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
And his splendor
Yeah.
and majesty
Yes, sir.
are in the chariots of the Father.
That's right. That's right. Now let's get it to Eliphaz. Let's continue on with him. And then we're gonna read a few more, and then we're gonna end it because we're gonna have a part 3.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. 34. We're in 34. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
As I was saying these things to them,
Mm-hmm.
so they would be quiet, Eliphaz became enraged
Mm-hmm.
and said to the other friends,
What did he say?
what good has it done
Mm-hmm.
that we have come here with our armies to comfort him?
Mm-hmm.
Look, now he accuses us. Let us then go back to our own countries.
Now, why you want to bring somebody else in your stuff, Eliphaz? Why you just can't go back?
Yeah,
See,
let
that's
us.
the thing. See, that's the thing, man. When you know, you get a group of folk, they come up against you, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what? Y'all, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, y'all.
Yeah, you know, man, bump him, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Or bump her. Let's go.
you just saying, hey, I'm finna get on down, man. Y'all want to stay this on y'all? I'm gone.
Man, I see how stuff happen all the time, bro.
Yeah,
When folk get into it, even like at work, man, you know what? Forget, man. Let's go on, man. Let's go.
yeah.
See, the wicked always want you to follow them.
Uh-huh.
They always want to drag you down, just like Satan the devil.
Yep.
Satan the devil know he's going down. He was in heaven. He drugged them jokers down with him. He on this earth doing the same thing, and he got his children doing the same thing. It's not hard to figure them out.
No.
Eliphaz got himself in some serious trouble
Mhm.
with that mouth. But go ahead and read it.
We at 4.
Go ahead.
Here he sits in his miserable worm
Mm-hmm.
and foul odors,
Mm-hmm.
and yet he is piqued at us.
Just right. He dismayed.
Mhm.
You know, he irritated.
Yeah. Kingdoms.
I'll
go
be
ahead.
irritated too. You come to talking all that foolishness, man.
Here I am suffering. Here you come. I'm thinking you come to comfort me, but you
You really come to joke me out.
yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Kingdoms pass away,
Mm-hmm.
and so do their sovereigns.
That's right.
But as for my kingdom, he says, it shall last forever.
Now that's what he upset about.
That's what they're mad about.
That's right. Just like Samuel, you know, when he was disguised himself as the king of Persia,
Mhm.
he said, yeah, he done all that. He fed the people and all blah, blah, blah. But that sucker tore down my idol temple.
Mhm.
I'm going to get him for that.
Yeah.
You tore down something that I want to keep going. You don't think that Joe here got the same mindset?
Mhm.
See, you should know the people that you're hanging around with in the mindset they're in. Because they'll slip out every now and then and say something stupid.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
So Eliphaz
Mm-hmm.
arising from great consternation,
Mm-hmm.
turning away from them in deep sadness, and said, I am leaving.
Mm-hmm.
We came to cheer him,
Mm-hmm.
and yet he demeans us in the presence of our troops.
Mm-hmm. 36. And we're going to read one more after this.
36.
Excuse me, 35. Go ahead and read.
Then Baldad seized him and said,
Mm-hmm.
one should not speak that way to a man who not only is in mourning,
Mm-hmm.
but also is beset by many plagues.
So somebody got to have some sense in it.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
Take note, although we are quite healthy,
Yeah.
we were not strong enough to approach him because of the foul stench.
Mm-hmm.
except by the use of much perfume.
Mm-hmm.
You there.
And you, Eliphaz.
You there,
Mhm.
Eliphaz. Do you forget how you were when you fell ill for 2 days?
He said, man, don't
2
you
days
forget
now.
you feel sick for 2 days.
Yeah.
You can't have compassion on this man. You
Uh-huh.
forget. See, sometimes we forget when we
Yeah.
in a dire strait or
Yeah.
we going through some things. See, we forget all this stuff because we good.
We good.
We good. We forget all those things. We forget when we were sick and somebody came to care for you. Probably the same one. He probably the one. Joe probably went over there and comforted him. Man, don't you forget that? You forgot that. See, somebody in the bunch got to have some sense to speak up.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
Now then,
Mm-hmm.
let us be patient in order that we may discover his true condition.
He said, man, let us be patient. Going back to that patient thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, patience is a spirit that you have to have on you.
Yep.
I'm praising the Most High. He working on me with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to be patient in a lot of things.
Amen to that.
Still working on that.
Yep.
I've gotten better.
Yep.
Especially like when you deal with your sons and your daughter. You know, you got to be patient with the
Right.
youth
Be
and
hard
everything. You know,
sometimes.
sometimes they can get under your skin a little bit, you
Yeah.
know. But I forget, I can't forget. I was there too.
Mm.
And that would make me humble enough for being patient with, okay, I remember when I was a hard-headed,
Yeah, I ain't never been there, but I'm just saying
you was hard-headed.
I mean I'm hard headed, I mean the patience part.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm hard headed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know how many times parents ask you to do certain
Oh,
things,
man.
you tear it along,
Ooh.
and you're gonna get to it until they have
Yeah.
to start using them 4-letter words to give you a little motivation. Or maybe that black belt.
My mama told me to take the garbage out here at morning, here it is 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, garbage man already ran by and everything.
Yeah.
She wonder what's that smelling in it when I come home from work.
Yeah.
But it's all about patience, people. He said, let us be patient in order that we may discover his true condition. Go ahead.
Perhaps he is emotionally disturbed.
Yeah.
Perhaps he recalls his former prosperity
Mm-hmm.
and has become mentally deranged.
Mm-hmm.
For who would not be driven senseless and imbalanced when he is sick?
That's right. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going through people's mind.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going through people's mind when they lose property, material gain. You don't know what's going through their mind.
Sure.
So they assuming maybe this is it.
Is it?
Just like I said
this is
earlier,
wrong
man, you
with
never know. People want to put what they think was going on, but they don't know.
Right. Sure, right.
Man, I wonder what's wrong with man. He just he losing it, man. I feel sorry for him. You ain't gonna pray for him. You say you're gonna do it, but you never do it
His mind gone.
because you're not a praying person.
Yeah.
And then if you are a praying person, is it a effectual, fervent prayer?
Yeah.
Are you righteous? Is it going to be accepted?
You pray for somebody, then you go tell everybody. Man,
After you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I prayed for the brother, man. You should, man, he this and that.
Mm-hmm. Where are we, brother?
We had 6.
Go ahead and read it.
But allow me to approach him, and I will determine his condition.
Yes, sir. Now let's go into the last place. We're going to pick it up at 36. 36.
Then Baldad,
Mm-hmm.
when he had risen, approached me and said, "Are you Job?" And I said to him, "Yes." And he said, "Is your heart untroubled?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, "My heart is not fixed on earthly concerns."
Hold on for a minute. No. We're going to continue. I'm sorry, y'all. I got my time mixed up. We're going to continue on.
Yeah,
We ain't been going on. We're going to eat some more. Go ahead and read. Go ahead and read.
We're going to pick it up at...
Speak it up to the top of 36.
Okay.
I was looking at my time. I'm like, man, I had my times
I
wrong.
was going to say...
We're going to eat some more. Come on, let's eat.
Then Baldad,
Mm-hmm.
when he had risen, approached me and said,
Mm-hmm.
"Are you Job?" And I said to him,
What'd he
"Yes." And he said, "Is your heart untroubled?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, "My heart is not fixed on earthly concerns,
Mm-hmm.
since the earth and those who dwell in it are unstable." But my heart is fixed on heavenly concerns.
On what?
Heavenly
Mm-hmm.
concern.
That's right.
For there is no upset in heaven.
Of course, there's no upset in him.
Mm-mm.
That Satan been cast down in his minion.
Yeah, it's good.
He cast down, now it's peace on earth. That's why when you read our prayer,
Yeah.
our Father, which art in heaven,
Mhm.
holy be thy name.
Yep.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth
As it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Yes, sir.
It's peace in heaven because Satan and his minion been cast out.
Mhm.
Same thing got to happen in earth, but go ahead and read.
And Baldad replied and said,
Uh-huh.
we know the earth is unstable.
Yeah, because Satan had been cast down to the earth
Yep.
and his minion. Go ahead.
Since of course is changing
Uh-huh.
from time to time.
Go ahead.
Sometimes it steers an even course
Yeah.
and is at peace.
Mm-hmm.
There are also times of war.
See, that's like I said earlier, you know, sometime in your household or sometime in your assembly, sometime at work, it could be peace for a short period of time. Then you got wartime.
Yep.
Then you got
And I'm jumping off now.
you got things jumping off.
Yep.
That's the same thing like this world. Things gonna be going peaceful for 1 minute, and then here come the drama. That's
Yep.
how Satan running around like a roaring lion.
Right.
He might not be disturbing stuff in America, but here in Jamaica and Haiti, wreaking havoc on them jokers.
Yeah.
He might be over in the other side of the world wreaking havoc. Then he make his way back around.
He make circle around.
He come back around.
And then he got all his proteges with it.
Yeah.
They just split up. Hey man, I got this side over here.
I want to go down. I want to go up to China. You know, they like to eat them octopus and all of that other stuff, be squiggling out their mouth.
Yeah.
Let me go down because, you know, they eat abomination, you know, and go down there and do something to them.
Mhm.
Well, you know, they were treating them Israelites and casting them out of China,
Yeah.
telling everybody they got the coronavirus. Go down there and crack their head. And they hit a couple of them hard-headed Israelites' head too.
Yeah. Why you over there?
The ones who like to side with you.
Yeah.
And the ones who like to rebel against my service. Hit them up too.
Yeah. Slap them.
That's just how the Most High work.
Yeah.
If you want to crack your head.
Mhm.
And then occasion you have situations like Job here.
Yes, sir.
But he said, we know that the earth is unstable, and since the course it's changed from time to time, go ahead.
But as for heaven,
As for heaven,
we hear that it stays calm.
it stays calm. That's right, because it's like you said a little while ago, Satan and his minion is gone. But go ahead.
But if you are truly sound of mind,
Yeah.
I will ask you about something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you answer me sensibly regarding the first query,
Mm-hmm.
I will ask you about a second matter. And if you answer me calmly,
Mm-hmm.
it will be clear that you are not emotionally disturbed.
Go ahead. 37.
So he said,
Mm-hmm.
in whom do you hope? And I said, in the Yah who lives.
Mm-hmm.
And again he said to me, who destroyed your goods and afflicted you with these plagues.
Uh-huh.
And I said, Yah. And again he replied and said,
Mm-hmm.
do you hope upon Yah?
Go ahead.
Then how do you reckon him to be unfair by inflicting you with all these plagues
Mm-hmm.
or destroying your goods?
See, they think Joe crazy. Man,
Yes,
he
man,
He said,
crazy.
man, God did this to him. And, you know, they, like you said, man, he was more noble than them. And he going to break it down to them.
Yeah.
But they don't understand, man, so you serving a God that's going to do all this to you. Go ahead and read.
If you were to give,
Mm-hmm.
then take away, it would actually be better for him not to have given anything.
Mm-hmm.
At no time does a king dishonor his own soldier
Mm-hmm.
who bears on well for him,
Mm-hmm.
or who would ever understand the deep things
Mm-hmm.
of the Lord and his wisdom,
Go ahead.
who dares to ascribe to the Lord in injustice.
Mm-hmm.
Answer me this, Job.
Joe gonna break it. Go ahead and read.
And again, I say to you,
Mm-hmm.
if you are sound of mind
Mm-hmm.
and have your wits about you, tell me why we see the sun on the one hand rising in the east
Mm-hmm.
and setting in the west. And again, when we get up early, we find it rising again in the east. Explain these things to me
Mm-hmm.
if you are the servant of Yah.
Woo! Put him on the
Put him on the
hot
spot
seat.
there.
Hot seat.
Well, that's on the spot there. Let
Put
me
him
see
on the
what-
hot seat.
I wonder
now.
what Job how he gonna respond to that.
Okay, let's see. Go ahead.
And to all this I said,
Mm-hmm.
I do have my wits about me, and my mind is sound. Why then should I not speak out the magnificent things of the Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Or should my mouth utter bluntner regarding the master?
Mm-hmm.
Never. Who are we? By busying ourselves with heavenly matters,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that we are fleshly, having our lot in dust and ashes.
Go ahead.
Now then, I'm sorry. Let me start at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, so you may know that my heart is sound.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question for you. Food enters the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Then water is drunk through the same mouth
Mm-hmm.
and sent into the same throat.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever the two reaches the lantern,
That's the commode, or
Yeah.
the dog here, the outhouse. Go ahead.
then are separated from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Who divides them?
Boy, he put a question on him, ain't he?
Yeah,
He said, think about that when
Yeah.
you don't relieve yourself.
yeah.
They go down the same throat now, but they
But
separated.
see, my take on that is when you eat the food, it go through your throat.
Right.
When it enters your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
This is my take now.
Mm-hmm.
The water divides and go a place, and the food go to another place too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and then you the liquid go out one way, like I said, in the food go out the other way.
Right. And or
Yeah.
just how things
How it separate.
work.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
How
He
you
asking a
separate
question.
what you got. Right.
But Job ain't nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
And Baldad said, I do not know. Again, I replied and said to him, if you do not understand the functions of the body,
Mm-hmm.
how can you understand heavenly matters?
Woo. If you don't understand the function.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read it.
6. Then Sophar replied and said,
Mm-hmm.
we are not inquiring after these things beyond us,
Go ahead.
but we have sought to know
Mm-hmm.
if you are of sound mind. And now we truly know that your intelligence has been unaffected.
That's right, because he's not going to fix what he know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his outer cup
Yeah,
condition he's in.
yeah.
Job knows exactly the reason why he's going through what he's going through.
Mhm.
He's on this patient thing. He knows that, and he trusts in the Most High, Yeshua HaMashiach, which was Yahweh at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that's what he was dealing with
Yeah.
before he came,
Mhm.
We'll say the rock. I can even use the rock, but that's what he was dealing with then. But he believed what the angel told him. He's standing on that. And when you a carnal man and you're on the outside, but you're not connected with Christ, you have no idea. All things you can do is just looking on the outside and assuming the reason why he's in this condition, or assuming, hey, I don't know your God, but if you still serve a God gonna do this to you.
Mhm. I done had,
How you gonna
I
say
done had
that
people
like
tell me I don't want to serve that God, man.
How you gonna serve a God gonna do all that to you?
Man, it ain't fair. I had a guy tell me one time he can't wait to see God. He gonna ask. He got some questions. He got to ask.
How you gonna serve
I
God?
was like, you got some questions. I mean, he said it boldly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How you gonna serve God? You can go back and look at the disciples, the prophets, and everything. Thing wasn't good for him. Look at John the Baptist, got his head cut off.
Mhm.
Serving the same Elohim.
Yeah.
Then you go back and pull what happened to the disciples. Because as soon as they crucified Christ, they did their job. They went after the disciples too.
Mhm.
And it wasn't good for them brothers.
No.
Go and look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they were bringing down Satan's kingdom. They was going against tearing down his idol temples and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Same thing we doing on the spiritual level. Recovering the lost sheep. Recovering, doing the same thing Paul and the apostles were doing.
Yeah. And it's a whole, I know there was a lot of other people. I know they focused in on the 12, and the 70 at one time.
Yeah.
But they had a whole lot of other people
yeah.
working in ministry.
I'm pretty sure the people,
Someone good,
the people,
one
the
good for
apostles,
them.
look, the apostles was waking up. They was going out. They weren't holding on to this thing.
They mind was set on the things above. They said, man, we make it through this thing. Hey, brother, we'll be in the first resurrection. We're going to be in that other world that Messiah promised us about.
See, they're just like Ray from the block. He might know some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he might, as we speak, he might be talking to somebody right now.
So people who on the outside can't see exactly what you're going through. They won't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you certain things. You still got your wits about you. But they still think you're crazy. But go ahead and finish. Where are we? Right here. What then?
7.
Yeah.
What then?
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish us to do for you? Look, are we traveling? We have brought along with us the physicians of our 3 kingdoms.
He said, man, look, since we are traveling, we have brought along with us the physicians.
Yeah.
So we brought some doctors to help you out.
Oh yeah, we got you. I know we just talked about you and everything, and I know we say we finna go, but we got some. If you want us to throw your bone, we'll take care of you.
Right, because you know who got in trouble? Asa got in trouble before he sought the Lord.
Uh-huh.
See, that's one thing that we get ourselves in trouble sometimes. We don't see, when we get ailments and all this stuff, we got to go and see the one who created the body before we just automatically go to a physician. But he gonna tell them, go ahead and read.
And check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to be treated by them? You know what I'm saying? About it, we're gonna throw your other one, we're gonna throw your bone. Perhaps you will find relief.
Go ahead. What did he say?
But I answered and said, my healing and my treatment are from the Lord.
He said, man, my healing and treatment from the Lord. I'm going to go to my Elohim. I'm going to my Lord first and inquire. And what else?
Who also created the physicians.
He said, who also created the physician to heal people.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to go to him first and
Yeah.
get permission to go to seek a physician.
Mm-hmm.
Because all physicians are not here to heal you.
No.
You got a lot of physicians going to be pushing this damn vaccine, this COVID-19 vaccine thing. A lot of them know that this stuff is messed up and they don't want to deal with it. That's why you got a lot of them coming out saying, man, don't take this stuff. We're talking about doctors, man. You don't want to take that stuff. No. You don't want that mess in your body. They say there are some good vaccines out there, but this stuff right here is bad for you.
I know one time I got a phone call. My wife called and I was at work. She called me.
Mm-hmm.
And they was in the doctor's office. My son, they was trying to get my son a flu shot, right?
Right.
Well, you got it. I would recommend. They put me on the phone. I said, no, he not taking it. Well, let me go out and y'all. I know we don't. You don't have to leave. We don't talk about it. We're talking about it now. He not taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, okay. Well, we highly recommend it. I said, no. He good.
Man, look, I never had a flu shot. My children never had a flu shot. My wife never had a flu shot. We ain't taking it. It's just like on the department. When they had the H1N1 crap, they were going around, all the first responders and, they got to take this flu shot. The doctors, nurse, people work in the hospitals and all that. I said, man, I ain't taking that shot.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of us didn't take that shot. There's a lot of folks did.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 or 4, about a week later, they came back and said, well, everybody who refused to take the shot got to sign this paper saying that you refused to take the shot. Well, just a little few that said you refused to blah, and they not responding.
I think they're going to do that vaccine like that.
They're going to do that vaccine.
Sign this right here.
Sign this right, and then you letting us know that you know what? I mean, I just scribbled my name. You know how they have Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I just scribbled my
with
name.
your left hand.
Yeah, I just scribbled that.
Yeah.
What they going to do? Job said, my healing and my treatments are from the Lord. Hallelujah. And we need to have the same mindset. We go seek the Most High. for our treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put in your spirit, go and get healed.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 39. Get back to Job's wife. She lament her children, died, and is buried. Go ahead, brother.
While I was saying these things to them,
Mm-hmm.
my wife sitteth arrived in tattered garments.
Well, she wasn't dressed too well, was she?
No.
Now he talking to his friends there. But check this joker out, man. Go ahead and read.
Fleeing from the servitude of the official she served,
Mm-hmm.
since he had forbidden her to leave, lest the fellow kings see her and seized her.
Go ahead.
When she came, she threw herself at their feet
Mm-hmm.
and said, weeping,
Mm-hmm.
"Do you remember me, Eliphaz?"
Man, Eliphaz is something else, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and read, man. Check out what this joker's gonna do, man.
You and your two friends.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of person I used to be among you, and how I used to dress.
She said, "What sort of person I used to be among you and how I dress. Carnal is hell." You hear me?
Yeah.
But go ahead and read.
But now look at my debut and my attire.
They know it because he gonna do something.
Mhm.
Go ahead and read. 6.
Then when they had made a great lamentation
Mm-hmm.
and were doubly exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
they fell silent.
They were like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay." She's doing okay.
there she go.
Mm-hmm.
So the Eliphaz seized his purple robe,
And look what he did. Look what did he do, man?
tore it off,
Yeah,
and threw it about my wife.
he threw it at her.
Yeah, like, here, take this.
He had no respect for her,
Yeah.
man. They were like, "I just see what does, man."
Job
Look,
sitting
man.
over there on the donkey, is sick,
Mhm.
hurting. What are you gonna do? And she on, I can see her now, she on her hands and knees begging.
If she had anything on it, he would have got off his mag, his
Yeah.
nag. It was a horse. He would get whatever he was on. I don't know what he was on. He would have got off of whatever he was on and came down and laid it on her with
Yeah.
some dignity and
Yeah.
respect. He threw it at her.
Threw it up. Ay.
And check this out. After that, what happened? Verse 8.
But she began to beg them, saying, I plead with you, order your soldiers to dig through the ruins of the house that fell on my children,
Mm-hmm.
so that at least their bones may be preserved as a memorial, since we cannot because of the expense. Let us see them, even if it is only their bones.
So they've been up under there that whole time.
Yep.
But go ahead.
Have I the womb of cattle or a wild animal that my 10 children have died, and I have not arranged the burial of a single one of them?
Go ahead.
And they left to dig,
Mm-hmm.
but I forbade it,
Go ahead.
saying, do not trouble yourselves in vain,
Mm-hmm.
for you would not find my children, since they were taken up into heaven
Mm-hmm.
by the Creator, their King.
That's right. Okay, he said y'all buffering Hebrew. Okay, let me look at something right quick. Let me put this down.
Yeah, because I'm reading out this anyway.
Okay, is it still buffering, family? Are we still buffering? If we still buffering, put a 1 in the room.
Yeah, put a 1. And if we good, put a 7 up.
Yeah, we good. Put a 7. If not, put a 1 in the room.
1, that's for Sunday.
Okay, we good?
Good.
Hallelujah. Okay, let me put it back in the room.
You want to pick it up? You want to pick it up at bag up, pick it up? They might have missed something.
Okay, let's go back to where it was, and then we're gonna continue on. We got a few more after this, y'all. Just a few more.
I
And
mean,
then
you want to bag up, and or you want to just pick it up?
pick it up. Where you want to pick it up?
I guess we could pick it up at Then 6, verse 6.
Okay, let's
I don't know how long it's been buffering.
Okay, we're gonna start back at verse 6.
Pick it up at 6.
Pick it up at at 6. Go ahead and read.
Then when they had made a great lamentation
Uh-huh.
and were doubly exhausted, they fell silent.
Mm-hmm.
So the Eliphaz seized his purple robe,
Mm-hmm.
tore it off, and threw it about my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But she began to beg them, saying, I plead with you, order your soldiers to dig through the ruins of the house that fell on my children,
Mm-hmm.
so that at least their bones may be preserved as a memorial, since we cannot because of the expense.
Yeah.
Let us see them, even if it is only their bones.
Mm-hmm.
Have I the womb of cattle or of a wild animal, that my 10 children have died, and I have not arranged the burial of a single one of them?
Go ahead and read.
And they left to dig,
Mm-hmm.
but I forbade it, saying, do not trouble yourselves in vain, for you will not find my children,
Mm-hmm.
since they were taken up into heaven by the Creator, their King.
Now, one thing Job knew that, hey man, he knows, just like he's saying one that the spirit was in my nostrils, right? He know that the spirit is gone. He know whatever you dig up, that's not my children.
Yeah.
Their spirit is in the heaven.
Yes, sir.
Just like he gonna take the spirit out, and the body goes where?
Yep.
In the ground, right?
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
Then again they answered me and said,
Mm-hmm.
woe then.
Who then?
Who then
Mm-hmm.
will not say you are demented and mad when you say, my children have been taken up into heaven? Tell us the truth now.
Now, see that, like he said, man, Job, they have no idea about his God.
Mhm.
They didn't know, they don't know anything about it. That's why he said, I'm the most noble man of the East.
Yeah.
Just like Saul was a noble man, he knew some things.
Mhm.
They didn't know. Chapter 40. Chapter 40. And go ahead and read, brother.
And I replied to them and said,
Mm-hmm.
lift me up so I can stand erect.
Mm-hmm.
And they lifted me up, supporting my arms on each side.
Yeah.
And then when I had stood up, I sang praises to the Father.
Mm-hmm.
And after the prayer, I said to them,
Mm-hmm.
look up with your eyes to the east
Okay.
and see my children crowned with the splendor of the heavenly one.
Mm-hmm.
And when she saw that, Sidis, my wife, fell to the ground worshiping and said to the city, and napped a while and then refreshed myself.
Where are you? She fell to the ground and worshiped and said,
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I skipped this. Now I know that I have a memorial with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So I shall arise and return to the city
Mm-hmm.
and nap a while and then refresh myself before the duties of my servitude.
So she the whole time she been worried about her children.
Yep.
And Joey break down, man, it's gone, man. Children not up under
Yeah.
them. See, sometimes you can worry yourself about your children and everything. That house fell on them a long time ago. You still talking about your children. She's mourning about her children.
Mm-hmm.
We all who have had children in the past, they mourn about their children.
Yep.
I'd never forget, man.
Right.
I'd never forget. When I was on the department, we made the shift before us we made a high-rise fire.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman, we lost 2 firefighters that day.
Mm.
And we lost, I think, 2 civilians, but one of them they couldn't find.
Mm.
So the crew that I was with, they had to go up and, with another crew, they had to go up there and search that whole floor there where the fire was.
Mm-hmm.
We found this young girl, I think she was 18 something years old because her mother was off at work.
Mm.
And, but anyway, they had this woman on TV. Man, she worried about her daughter. Her daughter passed. She worried about her daughter and worried about her. And then come to find out some months later, that woman died from worried about her child.
Mm.
She meant that tough, man.
Yeah.
And that's, hey, man, it's just like Sarah, right?
Yep. The mood swings. You get up real high and go down real low.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your heart can't take it.
Sometimes, hey man, a lot of people wear themselves to death.
Yeah.
But go ahead and read. I just wanted to share that deal
Yeah,
because when I read that, man,
that's
it kind
good,
of made
bro.
me
Yeah.
think about that woman. I'll never forget it,
Yeah.
because we were dealing with her at the time,
Yeah.
and you could see the hurt, the deep hurt in this woman's face.
That's a testimony there. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
helping somebody.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead, bro.
We had 5.
Mm-hmm.
And when she left for the city, she went to the cow shed of her oxen,
Mhm.
which had been confiscated by the rulers whom she served.
Mm-hmm.
And she lay down near a certain manger and died in good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
When her domineering ruler sought her, but could not find her,
Mm-hmm.
he went with all who saw, cried out in the
Look here. He went when it was evening, verse 9.
Okay, man, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Let me pick it up at when.
Okay.
When her domineering ruler sought her, but could not find her,
Mm-hmm.
he went when all who saw.
Mm-hmm.
No, who went
In the evening?
It was evening
Mm-hmm.
into the folds of the herds.
Yeah.
And found her sprawled out dead.
Mm-hmm.
And all who saw
Mm-hmm.
cried out in an uproar of lament over her.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound reached through the whole city
Mm-hmm.
when they rushed in to discover what had happened.
Go ahead.
And they found her dead, and living animals standing about weeping over her. Even the animals was weeping.
So she was in this stall, right? She was
Yeah.
over there with the animals when she died.
Uh-huh.
But go ahead.
And so bearing her in procession,
Right.
they attended to her burial,
Mm-hmm.
locating her near the house that had collapsed on her children.
Okay, they buried her over there, but go ahead.
And the poor of the city made a great lamentation, saying,
What they
Look,
say. Mm-hmm.
this is cities,
Mm-hmm.
the woman of pride and splendor.
The woman of what?
Pride and splendor.
Mm-hmm.
She was not even considered worthy of a decent burial.
Boy, that's what they saying about her.
Yeah.
Oh, she was prideful and she had all her little splendor and stuff.
Yeah.
That don't sound too good, huh?
Now, this don't sound good at all.
But go ahead and read.
So then you will find in the miscellaneous, the limit
Mm-hmm.
made for her.
All right. We're going to hit this 41, and this is going to end part 2. And we're going to do part 3 at the Most High will next week. Let's deal with chapter 41.
Mm-hmm.
When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Eliphaz
Mm-hmm.
and the rest sat beside me after these things, arguing
Mm-hmm.
and talking big against me.
Uh-huh. So he back at it.
After 27 days,
Mm-hmm.
they were about to arise and go to their own countries.
Mm-hmm.
When they were employed by Elihu, saying,
Mm-hmm.
Stay here till I clarify this issue for him.
See, Eliphaz, like I said, man, you always gonna have that one so-called friend that always popping off at the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be in a certain situation, then you know. Yeah, man. You know how sometimes you say, man, I heard such and such said something about you. Oh, really?
Yeah. I ain't got an issue on me. I ain't got an issue.
Yeah, man, you got a problem with me?
Yeah. Same thing.
Oh,
Same
Eliphaz.
thing.
Talking big against them, but go ahead and read.
You held on quite some time while Job boasted himself to a just man.
He said, man, you held on while he boasted to be a just man. Well, he was a just man.
Mm-hmm.
They just couldn't see it. But go ahead and read.
But I will not hold on From the start, I too made lamentations for him, remembering his former prosperity. And here now he speaks out in boastful grandeur, saying he has his throne in heaven. Listen to me now. I will tell you about his imaginary estate. Then Elihu, inspired by Satan, spoke out against me, insulting words, which are written down in the miscellaneous of Eliphaz.
You know what? Let's go ahead and eat that 42.
I was just going to say, let me keep going,
Yeah,
bro.
go ahead and eat that 42, man, because we got to read this.
After Elihu ended his argument,
His
arrogant speech,
Yeah.
the Lord, having appeared plainly to me through a hurricane in clouds, spoke and censored Elihu, showing me that the one who spoke in him was not a human, but a beast. And when the Lord spoke to me through the cloud, the four kings also heard the voice of him who spoke. After the Lord finished speaking to me, he said to Eliphaz, you there, Eliphaz, you and your two friends, why did you sin?
Now we could go read that in the 42nd chapter of in the King James Version, because Job had to set up a sacrifice for them. But go ahead and read.
You have not spoken truly regarding my servant Job. Arise and have him offer up sacrifices on your behalf.
Yes, sir.
So your sin may be taken away. Except for him, I would have destroyed you. So they brought me the things for sacrifice, and I took them and made an offering on their behalf. And the Lord received it favorably and forgave their sin.
Okay, now let's go into the King James Version and read something. We're going to end it right here. Let's go to King James Version the book of Job, chapter 42.
Before we go there, can I read this one last verse, my brother?
Which one is?
Because Eliphaz, it's something he didn't, I know he said they forgave their sin.
Yeah.
But this 43, saying he did something, he pulled somebody to the side, did something to somebody else.
Okay, go ahead and read.
Then when Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar knew that the Lord had showed them favor regarding their sin, but had not considered Elihu worthy, Eliphaz replied and spoke up with a hymn, while the other friends and their troops sang to him in response near the altar, Eliphaz in this mountain. I just want to read that too. His stuff one word.
Okay. Now let's go into the KJV, the book of Job, and they want to hit chapter 42.
Chapter 42.
Yes, sir. We're gonna pick it up at 7. He said that they had to bring some offerings, to Job, right? We're gonna read chapter 42, 7 through 9. What did it say?
And it was so that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, my wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for you have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. Therefore, take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with him after your folly, in that you have not spoken of me the things which is right, like my servant Job. So Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite went And they did according as the Lord commanded them.
Mhm.
And the Lord also accepted Job.
See, you know what? That's one thing about you having a righteous brother in your midst, even though you might be going off on some stuff. You can go back and say, you know, I'm sorry, whatever. Hey, sometimes the Most High don't accept it. No, I can't accept it. You
No, I
need to go
can't,
to
yeah.
the one that you offended.
Yeah. That's the order anyway.
You offended. He said, man, before you come to me, you need to go straight it out over there.
That's the order.
We're going to read this. This is part of 43 that we just read, and then we're going to be done. This is dealing with Elihu. See, when you wicked, it's just like with Jezebel. She was wicked as hell. Ain't no return. Well, no return for her. Just like Judas, Saul. You could name a whole lot of them. Well, no turning back for them, man.
Yeah.
But read this by Elihu.
This is where I want to go.
Yes, sir. We're gonna read that, and then we're gonna end it with that. Go ahead and read. We at back over here in the Pseudepigrapha.
Yeah. What's that? 5?
We're gonna pick it up.
We at 5.
Right, page 862. Go ahead and read. This dealing with Elihu. Go ahead.
Our sins were stripped off,
Mm-hmm.
and our lawlessness buried.
Yeah.
Elihu, the only evil one,
Mm-hmm.
will have no memorial among the living.
So he forgave his other 3 guys right here, but Elihu,
Yep.
that's the one we're trying to get in there. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
He said, man, you don't have no memorial among the living. Woo! Go ahead and read.
His quenched lamp lost its luster,
Yeah.
and the splendor of his lantern will flee from him until condemnation.
Go ahead.
For this is the want of darkness
Mm-hmm.
and not light.
That's right, because who's the one in darkness? Satan, the devil.
Yep.
He up in the chains of darkness
Mm-hmm.
and not of the light. Who are the light? The children of the Most High, the very elect.
Yep. Like
He
that,
belonged to the wicked one.
like that light on the hill. It's gonna shine.
That's right. Just like the one that came to Job, the light. You don't want to be the one of the darkness. But go ahead and read.
And the doorkeepers of darkness shall inherit his splendor
Mm-hmm.
and majesty. His kingdom is gone.
Mm-hmm.
His throne is rotten.
Yes, sir.
And the honor of his tent lies in Hades.
That's hell there because, hey, Job was telling them, man, all this stuff come and go, kings come and go and everything, right?
Yep.
And all your stuff that you had, they're going to be turned over to somebody else. But you're going to be out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read.
He loved the beauty of the snake
Woo!
and the scales of the dragon.
Oh, he like, what else he like?
His venom and
Mhm.
poison shall be his food.
Mm-hmm.
He did not take to himself the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
nor did he fear him.
No, because he was into his material games and everything.
Mhm.
He was oneness with the devil.
Yep.
But go ahead.
But even his honored ones, he provoked to anger.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord has forgotten him,
Mm-hmm.
and the holy ones abandoned him.
Yes, right. The Holy One got to abandon him. Hell, you can't, light can't dwell with darkness. Darkness can't dwell with light.
Mm-mm.
But go ahead and read.
But wrath and anger shall be in his tent.
Woo. Did we read that it was calm and peaceful up there in heaven?
Yep. On earth, what's going on earth?
On earth, all the stuff is all out of order.
Unstable.
It's unstable.
Yep.
And Satan, the devil, gonna be on that joker because that's who's bringing the wrath and the anger upon him.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
He has no hope in his heart,
No, sir.
nor peace in his body.
Go ahead.
He had the poison of asp
Mm-hmm.
in his tongue.
Man, he was talking, man, he had the poison of a snake in his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting out, just like an old spitting scorpion. Spitting cobra.
Yeah.
Just spitting out all kind of wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Tongue wagging wickedly against Job and his Elohim.
Mm.
Y'all know people like this.
Yep.
They got a foul, nasty spirit on them. They cunning. Y'all know people like that. You work with folks like that. We have people in our family like this.
Mm-hmm.
ain't got nothing good to say about nobody. They'll talk good to you and dog somebody else out, and then they leave you and dog you out and talk good about the person they in front of.
Yeah.
Damn tongue, a serpent tongue.
You have a group of people together. You be afraid that whoever leads, that's when we can talk about.
Yeah.
You hear them laughing in the background when you walk off.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read.
Righteous is the Lord.
Yes, sir.
True are his judgments.
That's right.
With him, there is no favoritism.
That's right.
He will judge us all together.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, the Lord has come. Behold, his holy ones are prepared,
Mm-hmm.
while crowns led the way with praises.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Read the rest of this on. Don't read the 15.
Let the holy ones rejoice.
Mm-hmm.
Let them leap for joy in their hearts,
Yes, sir.
for they have received the splendor they awaited.
He said, man, though they have received a splendor, they await those who have patience in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have some patience.
Yep.
Go ahead and read it.
Gone is our sin.
Mm-hmm.
Cleansed is our lowliness.
Lawlessness.
Lawlessness.
That's right.
The evil one, Elihu, has no memorial among the living.
Ooh-wee. We're going to end it right there, family. All praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
We're going to pick it up if it's the Most High's will on next Friday when our next class begin at 7 p.m. All praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to shout some of y'all out. Hope y'all having a good, happy Sabbath. We got Michael Ben Israel in the building.
Mike.
Can't see the Facebook users. My Maria posting those scripts in there. Sister Linda Ricks was in the house.
What's up, sister?
Sister Francesca Ford was in the building.
It's Ford.
Sister Michelle Butler was in the building.
Sister Michelle.
Shalom.
Quick draw.
We had Brother James Ford in the building. Shalom
What's
Hebrew.
up, Brother Ford?
That's right. Selah Love was in the building. Sect of the
Selah.
Nazarene 7 was in the building.
Yes, sir. That's Young Lion, ain't it?
That's a young lion. Miss Bates in the building. Sister Lane.
Sister Bates.
T Boogie was in the house.
T Boogie, Tara.
Howard Brown was in the building.
Brother Brown.
Jill J was in the building.
Yes, sir.
Lil Charles Yah. Charlie Davis in the building.
What's up, Charles, y'all?
Old CJ.
Charles, y'all, too.
Corey Yehuda was in the building.
Brother Yehuda.
Yo Rib was in the building. Tannis A. McCray Davis.
What's up, wifey?
Yeah. Who else we had in here? Tuva Yah was in the building.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Tuba?
That's right.
Who else you get?
We said Howard Brown.
Yes, sir.
Howard Brown in the building.
Brother Brown.
Some brews down there in Texas, man.
Oh, that okay.
Patricia Briggs was in the building. Shalom.
Sister Riggs.
Right. Deshaun Evans was in the building. Shalom.
Shalom.
Mm-hmm. Who else we got in this deal? Natima Hawkins in the house.
Sister Natima.
All right.
How my brother Dre doing?
Song Triple Seven was in the building. All praise for the Most High. But check this out. Tomorrow, I got to bring this up. Y'all hold tight.
Mm-hmm.
We got the men's prayer for tomorrow. For those who want to get on and let me pull this up. Share this right quick with y'all. Share. All right. All right, here it is. Tomorrow, International Men's Prayer. Gird Up Nation present International Men's Prayer. It starts at 12 Eastern Standard Time. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Toll-free number 518-425-1876. That's a men's prayer line. They usually do prayer for about an hour and a half from 12 to about 1:30. Then afterwards, they have a fellowship. When you call that number, just introduce yourself and where you're from and place your phone on mute. They take prayers for about an hour and a half. depends on how many people on, up to 2 hours possibly, and the rest of them some good fellowship.
Mhm.
They have some fellowship on there. For those of you who would, like I said last night, if you want to join us for the Feast of Dedication, I'm going to put the email at the bottom here. Just email us at the Memphis@gmail.com. Let us know if you plan on attending, which is December the 13th. And if you need a room or anything, just let me know. Just put it in the email that you need a room, and we'll get you those accommodations. And to get you a great rate on the room. This is a brand new hotel that we usually have our Shabbat classes in. Due to the COVID restrictions here in Mississippi, they changed it. So we're not meeting at the hotel because it's 12 people. We usually have way more than that. So, but anyway, that's all I have. You everything, brother?
Man, I'm just honored to be here, my brother.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
sitting beside you, reading, chopping it up. You
That's
know,
right.
and praying that if we can touch at least one person, you know, just in case, you know, somebody might be going. I'm pretty sure somebody going through something. Hoping this lesson might have encouraged
Right.
somebody who was actually, you know, embarked in this spiritual fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we all in a spiritual fight, but somebody might be getting afflicted right now as we speak. So,
Right. And you know someone who can probably use the encouragement, you know, and you can go administer them and read and let them know the reason why they're going through certain things, you know. And that's what we do.
And then if you feel like you can't communicate it to them, you might be able to send them this message. You know, say, look, let me let you check something out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This might help.
That's right, because it always helps me. Just like whatever lessons I listen to, whether it's brothers or some other brothers or sisters, because we have sisters, man. Hey, they putting this work out. You know, they getting this work in. So with that being said, I'm gonna close y'all out. We got Sister Ivy Ford in the building. Shalom, sister. Good to see you. I'm gonna play y'all a little music. We're gonna close you out with a little
close
music.
it out.
Yes, sir. Let me find a little jam.
Yeah, take us home.
We're gonna take us home.
Take us to the house.
Let me see what I got for you. And always keep us in y'all prayers. We're gonna pray for y'all. Always keeping you in the prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like to thank those who donated to the ministry. May the Most High bless your household, bless your hand, put a hedge of protection around your family, and keep you. And may the Most High bring us together that we will fellowship with one another in person.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to meet some of y'all and just have a good fellowship on some of these high and holy days.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share this right here with y'all. We're gonna close out on that. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. So let me share this with y'all as we close out the class. I'm gonna put this.
Yeah.
Save me.
Yeah, save me. That's it.
We're gonna do a little.
That's it.
By our sister Aquila.
Hey man, this thing is scrap. But we gotta endure to the end. We gotta fight, scrap. We gotta get junkyard dog mean when it comes to this word of God. Because hey, when you come into the faith, you're gonna be so in the testament.
What must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my grave. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Save me.
Pray for forgiveness cause my flesh weak. Pray without ceasing to the death of me. Fasting once a week, trying to cure that old man in me. Got my nose in the scriptures, sniffing out the recipe. Gotta show myself approved. That's what Paul said. So I'm studying the prophets, and this is what I read. By mercy and by truth, iniquity is purged. So I go to the New Testament and get to know the word. I'm talking the Messiah. Some call him Jesus Christ, a higher or Yeshua. It's whatever you like. Just know he is your God. In other words, the king, ruler over Israel and every single thing that you can see and touch, and everything you can't. Creator of the universe, take it to the bank, and you should bend the knee, cause he worthy of our praise. Put nothing before him, and maybe you'll be saved. So Lord, I ask you,
what must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my grave.
you
in
a
my
hole
sin.
in the wall.
Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me.
That's a good lesson, man.
What's up? I'm trying to,
Save me, save me.
I'm trying to say something. What's that?
Yeah, I know what you're
On
doing.
this free track, giving free bread out. Yeah, I know this truth hurt. Yeah, I can hear him pout. Not my concern. I'm just trying to teach some words.
gonna have about 10 more verses,
We've
y'all.
been taught is absurd. Praying over food, make it clean. That's a lie.
How many-
If you don't switch it
how
up,
many times do we go?
you gon' die.
Is it 2 hours?
The second time burning in the lake. You might see your pastor in there with
Yeah,
you in the
chop it
snake.
up, man.
And the false prophet with the beast. Even death going in the lake of fire when the Father bring the wealth to this earth. I'm
Yeah.
talking New
But you gotta do
Jerusalem.
up 10 more
First,
verses.
Christ gotta clean it up with the word he used
He's
the
a force,
church. Banging on these devils, call them out every time. It's a war going on. I fight with scriptures in my mind. Banging on these devils,
yeah,
call them out
that's
every
it.
time. It's a war going on. I fight with scriptures in my mind.
What must I do to be saved? Don't
let's
wanna
go,
die
man.
wrong in my sin, to my reign, my sin. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me.
Oh, them little small print, man. Yeah. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
But see, the reason I don't want to look at that, because when you stop, I like the mark. You know what I'm saying? I know if I didn't look at that, I would lost my place.
Is broken. I give you my life today. Lord, your will and not my way. Oh, save me. Save me. Save me.
You got enough of this, though.
What must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin, to my reign, my sin. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Save me.
You took it wrong, man.
Save me.
All praise to the Most High family. I did kind of mess up on that. But anyway, shalom, shalom. Y'all have a happy Sabbath.
Shalom, family.
Y'all bless.
All praise.